Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a review of this. This is the Gerber AR 3-inch. Now before we get any further, if you like my videos, go ahead and hit that like button. If they help you out at all, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And yeah, let's jump into this. So this, as I said, is the Gerber AR 3-inch. This is a 3-inch bladed knife, as the name would entail, with half serrations, half plain edge. It is a tip-down pocket clip. It's an integral style handle. This runs off of phosphor bronze washers, just plain old stainless steel, blade steel. I'm assuming it's like a 440 of some sort, and dual thumb studs, and a liner lock, aluminum handle scales. Alright, so now that we got most of the specifications out of the way, let's jump into our good here. Alright, so first off, this is a very solid knife. It's a liner lock, but this is my dad's knife, and in the last video from last week, which is the knives that got me into collecting knives, I showed this and a Kershaw leak. They were both my dad's knives, and they're the ones that I used growing up, and that's what got me into knives. But yeah, go ahead and watch that video if you want to hear more on that. But in that video I said he took this to Afghanistan. I got my facts wrong on that. He actually took this to Egypt. He was deployed to Egypt. This thing went up and down Mount Sinai multiple times. And yeah, it was a faithful companion for him. This thing is older than me. It's at least 18 years old. Could be more, I forget exactly when he got it. But with all that, the action is still really smooth. It's not exactly a drop shot, but it's very smooth deployment. And there is just a tad side to side. And when I say a tad, I mean a tad. Like, I just barely feel it. And 0 up and down. But I mean, for what he put this through, I mean, you can see there's quite a bit of distortion on that blade. Like, there is paint missing. That tip is almost a satin tip up there. The spine, there's like 0 paint on. But yeah, so yeah, there's a very solid knife. The ergonomics are good. You can feel the pocket clip a little bit. But I mean, this is a $30 knife. Well, $40 on Blade HQ, I believe. Something like that. It's a $40 knife. You're not going to get award-winning ergonomics, but it's pretty nice. It has this nice little thumb ramp with jimping on it, right up there. Gives you a nice purchase. There also is jimping on the liner lock to help you disengage that lock, but also lock your hand in there a little more. So yeah, the ergonomics are great. Blade shape is really nice. I like that drop point to it. Gives you just a little bit of belly to help with slicing. Let's see, is this a hollow grind? Sorry guys, this is a very unprepared video. I don't have any notes. This is just all on the fly. But yes, that is a hollow grind. So it's a nice little hollow grind. Let me break out the calipers real quick. Give us a measurement on the thickness. Again, guys, I apologize for not preparing ahead of time. Let's just break out yield calipers. Alright, hang on, let me just switch that over to fractions. Yep, so we are at 1/8 inch or 7/64. Sorry, 1/64 or 1/8 inch. It goes back and forth. So yep, that is the blade thickness. While we're here, handle thickness is 7/11/32, right there. And width, we're going at the thickest, 55/64. All right. So it is it's a nice size knife. I mean, like, it's discreet, comfortable. It's a little thick, but I like how thicker knives feel. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my dad's just trying to grab the dog. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, the serrations on this are nice. I'm not normally a fan of serrations, but they are nice on this. Blade thickness is nice, as I mentioned before. Thumb studs are comfortable. I mean, if you're flicking this open and closed 1,000 times, you might start to feel it, but they are pretty comfortable just for reasonable use. You can middle finger flick it, fires right out, and it is ambidextrous thumb studs. Let me see if I can do this left-handed. There we go. Yep. So it is ambidextrous, as most dual thumb studs are. Has a nice little action to it. Rockets right out of there. It has these nice little plastic inlays on the handles, which aesthetically look nice. And it has a lanyard hole. Alright, yeah, so again, guys, this is very out of order and all jumbled up because I do not have notes. Just trying to get this video in because I missed yesterday, so we're getting it in for you. Alright, yeah, so that's our good. Into the bad. The bad, one of the main things is the steel. It just says stainless steel, which I'm assuming is some sort of 440. But I haven't had enough experience with this knife to really tell you edge retention. And the experience I have, I was not really into knives at that point. I just played around with them. So yeah, that's a little downside. Oh, actually, one thing I missed on the good, but that's a nice little tip to it. I mean, it does taper, so it can pierce, but it doesn't look like it's not thin enough to where you'd be scared of breaking it off. Again, guys, don't pry with your knives, but it does have a swedge, so that's actually thinner than it actually is. But yeah, it's got a nice little tip to it. But yeah, the coating on the blade, not a fan of coated blades, to be honest. For one, they do this. I mean, after a while, they do look kind of cool. I like that distressed look, but I'm not really a fan of coated blades. Let's see. The integral is, I prefer to be able to take my knives apart. I don't care if they're $20, $200, $2,000. I want to be able to take them apart to clean them. But yeah, I mean, it's solid lockup. The overall aesthetics are really nice. So yeah, there isn't really many bad things I can say about this, especially considering what it's been through. This isn't one of those reviews where it's just like, oh yeah, like this knife could do all this, or it could go around the world, or could be 20 years old and be just as good as it is brand new. Because this isn't that kind of review. This actually did go around the world. This did go up and down Mount Sinai at least 12 times. I forget how many times my dad climbed Mount Sinai with his squad or platoon. Platoon, I think. I forget. They go on leave. I forget if they're still called a platoon or not. But yeah. But yeah. So if you're looking to pick yourself up a solid knife, I definitely recommend this. If you're just looking at a knife that'll last you years, you can beat on, and you don't really care about, it's 40 bucks. I actually really want to get myself one of these in a plain edge. The plain edge looks a lot less aggressive. But yeah, they're just nice knives. I mean, tip down is but I mean, you can get used to it. I'm not a tip up only guy. I prefer tip up, but I can do tip down. It's not a huge deal. But yeah, so that's it. I thank you guys for watching this video and sticking through it with all its jumbled upness and just basically me rambling the whole time. But yeah, so I thank you guys. If you didn't already, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, comment down below, tell me what you think about this knife, tell me if you've served in any branch of military. If you have, thank you very much for your service. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.